Oh, we love that. Davina Michelle, not Davina McCall, which is what I called her yesterday, with Sweet Water. This is Konnect Radio, and I think with regards to the quiz, which we will start a little bit later than scheduled, I think we've got the whole team. We've certainly got a Simon Tuck. Simon.
Hey, good morning.
He sounds chirpy. You see, that's his radio voice, but we did actually hear his non-radio voice when I called him up just before 8 o'clock by an accident. It was like, hello. Oh, I'm on the radio. Hi, hello there. It's Simon here. And we've also got Steve Legg. Look at that shirt.
Come on.
He's impressive.
And I've been polishing the trophy. You see the trophy because I won it 3 weeks in a row. So
Whoa. I like how Steve has actually bought himself a trophy. Can I just say that is not a trophy that we provided, but he's bought himself
from Manchester.
One. It's incredible. And we've got the ever glamorous Susie Kennedy. Look at that backdrop.
I know, It's my England backdrop, but I'm drinking out of a mug that's actually a picture of my own face because I'm still waiting for my Konnect Radio mug.
Okay. Going in that direction, are we? Well, there will be one on the way soon, but you know what we're going to do now? This has been scheduled for, is it 3 weeks? Maybe even a bit longer. Through no fault of my own, we couldn't do it last week because I was ill. But you remember, Susie said that the most famous person in her phone is probably Piers Morgan. I asked her to prove it. She did. He didn't answer at the time, but now, Susie, we should be able to get him on the line. So over to you.
This could go so wrong, couldn't it? But this is Piers Morgan. Let's call him up.
This is so exciting. Turn it right up so he can hear him.
Hello.
Hello, Piers.
Yes.
Piers.
Is that Susie?
Yeah, Piers Morgan.
How are you?
I'm really good, Piers. You are live on Konnect Radio, so please do not swear, as they
How
say.
exciting. Well, this is very, very exciting. Obviously, I know all about Konnect Radio. It's a fantastic radio station. So I'm thrilled to be on it. And lovely to talk to you so early in the morning.
Oh, God bless you, Piers, for saying that. So listen, you're on that. We're doing our quiz, and we're going to have loads of questions. I lose every week to this quiz, but so is there anything you can tell me? I'm going to give you one little question because I think it might come up. Okay. Who is the most capped player for England?
For the England football team?
Yeah.
I'm fairly sure it's Beckham, isn't it?
No.
No?
It's Rooney, I think.
I think it's Peter Shilton. Am I right?
I think it's Wayne Rooney.
Well, you know what? They're all good shouts. I've got a feeling it was Beckham, but I might be wrong.
Gareth, can you Google? Gareth, can you Google?
Let me have a look here. So the most capped player.
Whereas I think Beckham may be the most capped, or it may still be Schultz. I'm not sure, but I think Rooney's the top scorer.
Right. I think I've got it here. Morning, Piers, by the way.
Good morning.
It's an absolute pleasure to have you here on the show. I'm a big fan of yours. And to be honest with you, I was a little bit nervous having you on because I know that I'm in the company of a true professional broadcaster here. And I was a bit like, oh, okay. So,
that's very kind of you. Thank you.
Well, I'm just searching now and let's have a look here. So it's difficult to find here because the most capped player for England
is Shilton, actually.
It's Shilton, Peter Shilton.
125 caps. Rooney's second with 120. Beckham 115.
Oh, Piers, letting the side down there.
Yeah, I think Rooney is the most. I think he's the biggest scorer.
Yeah, you're right, Piers.
Piers, do you like quizzes?
Yes. Sorry?
Ooh. Are you good at quizzes?
I love quizzes, yeah.
Now, I don't know your schedule at the moment. I imagine you're a very, very busy man.
Very, very busy.
Completely okay.
Just to not get out of bed, so there's no worry about schedule.
Now, this is completely up to you. You can say no if you want to. There's no pressure. But if you would like to be a part of the quiz, which we will do, we'll play a song and then we will do the official quiz. If you would like to be involved with it, then you're more than welcome to. We can send you over the Zoom.
The thing I had this morning is I had to take my daughter to school, which means I had to get out of this house at 8:30. So as long as it's before then, I'll be all yours. Is that fit in or not?
Well, I mean, I would happily have you on. We can send you the Zoom invite and have you on, but I don't want to put any pressure on you.
Do it via phone. Do it via phone.
Yeah, I can't do Zoom, and I've got to be out of here.
Yeah.
What time?
Okay, let's start the quiz then.
Okay, so
then you can have me.
Right, excellent. Thank you so much. And here goes the big fat quiz of the week featuring Piers Morgan.
Woo! Thank you, Piers. God bless you.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's time for the big fat quiz of the week.
And we'll see how we get on with this. So,
can I just say that Piers is on my team because I always lose, so it's me and
that's
Piers.
not fair. No, that's not fair.
Yeah.
Well, I'm doubling up with Simon then.
Yeah, come on. Where's my?
well, in that case, I'll double up with myself. Right. Okay, then. So here goes.
Ready.
Question number one. By the way, Piers, a few of the rules here. You're not allowed to help anybody else who's currently taking part in the quiz. The only way that you are allowed any sort of clue is if everybody else agrees to having a clue, okay?
Okay.
Here goes then. Right. Question number one. Which royal broke down when speaking about the death of Prince Philip this week?
I know this.
Right. Well,
Can I say
right.
Yeah, you just say it because he's got to go to school. Let's just shout.
It's Sophie, of Wessex, Countess of Wessex.
Exactly what I would have said.
Okay. So that is the right answer.
1-0 to Susie. Oh, Simon got it as well. Okay, so we've got to wait and give both answers. Okay.
Right.
Next
There we go. So congratulations, Piers. Unlucky Susie on your own there. Not quite getting it right, but you know. Right. The next one. Okay. Question number 2. It was Barry Manilow's birthday yesterday, but how old is he?
Oh, Barry Manilow. Well, he's older than he looks. Anyway, that's all the surgery.
So I guess it could be.
Am I guessing we're Susie here, or how does this work?
Yeah, you can guess for me.
You know what? I reckon he must be nearly 80, Barry Manilow, and maybe it was a big. He's either like 75 or 80, I would think. It may be that Barry Manilow was 80. I don't know, but I'm guessing.
I'd say 81.
Do we think that there's a different age between his body and his face? Because his face does look like. I mean, come on. I mean, he basically looks like a doll in the nicest possible way, but he does look like a doll. So,
I hope he's not listening.
I wanted to do Barry Manilow at CNN in New York. He's actually a fantastic bloke and an amazing talent. He's had an amazing career. But I suspect the reason you're asking about his birthday must be that it was a special birthday. And I'm thinking that must be like 80, would be my guess.
You see, that is a line I never thought we would hear to an answer of a question on the Big Fat Quiz of the Week. I was once interviewing Barry Manilow on CNN, and he's a very nice guy. So,
brilliant.
Steve Legg?
I'm saying 78. I think I heard it this week.
Simon, how old do you think?
I remember long ago, 1978. No, 1978. He's 78. He was born in 43.
Right. So Susie and Piers, did you go for 80? Is that right?
Well, we went for age 13 for his face and 84.
80
well,
from the neck down.
Funnily enough, we have him live on the line now. Barry Manilow. He is 78 years old today.
Well done.
Barry Manilow.
Well, there you go. It's probably like all entertainers lie about their age. I reckon you can have another couple of these.
Now the next one here. This week, now Piers, if you don't get this right, then your cred has completely gone, because you should know this straight away. I've seen you tweeting about this. I've seen news articles about you potentially being involved with this. This week, the first UK TV news channel to launch in over 25 years took to the air. What is it called?
I know this. GB News.
Yeah.
Is the right answer. So, dare I ask, Piers, any movements there at all, or what do you reckon?
You can ask. I'm just not going to tell you.
That's right. That's right.
Good man. Good man. Okay.
Next question.
Now, the next one here. Well, Susie sort of went in the right direction with a question about the Euros, but it's not the one we're going to ask. Instead, a nice, easy one here. I say that, but to be honest, if it was me listening it on the radio, I probably wouldn't know it. But the question is, the fourth question, Euro 2020 kicked off this week and England play Scotland tonight. But who is the England captain?
What, in the game today?
Yeah,
the England captain.
The current England captain.
It changes a bit.
Harry Kane.
Does change, yeah.
So we're looking for the current England captain, not any replacements, the current England captain.
Is it Harry Kane?
It's Harry Kane.
Steve, what did you think?
Harry Kane. I think it's Harry Kane most of the time.
Yeah, I would say that as well. Harry Kane.
And Simon has put on his piece of paper George Best. I'm afraid no points for you on that one, but
close.
It is, of course, Harry Kane. He's the England captain. Now, this here, the final question. Which famous race event is taking place this week between the 15th and the 19th of June?
Royal Ascot.
Oh, he's straight off there, isn't he? You see, if I'd have known that...
Yeah, I knew that.
Well, if I'd have known that Piers had been taking part in the quiz, I'd have made him a lot harder. Questions such as, who is the current England football captain? I mean, come on. But,
I mean, you're talking to somebody who literally is sitting at home watching the football and the races. So asking me what event is going on as captain is like the easiest thing in the world.
Well, to be honest with you, I haven't kept track of the scores whatsoever. And we've completely
I won, I think.
The usual format of how we do the quiz, but we don't care because it's been a pleasure to have you on, Piers. So I think, does this mean that we've got a tie?
I think we've got a tie, but I think I win for the best guest and the most wonderful person coming on taking part of our quiz, Piers.
Right.
Right.
He's coming back next week, won't you?
Okay.
That's what we do, basically. I need my lion.
So, well, do we agree that we should give it to Susie? Is this the deal?
I think so.
Yes, absolutely. Well, no,
I'll give it to this week.
I'll give it to Piers. Yeah, I'll give it to a guest. I'm not
well,
giving it to
a
her.
round of applause to Susie. Well done. You have finally won an edition of the Big Fat Quiz of the Week. And Piers, genuinely, from us all here, we know that you're a busy man. And thank you so much for coming on and just giving us a few moments of your time. Thank you so much.
Yeah, well, absolute pleasure. You guys do a great job, and it's such a positive radio station. I know everyone loves it, so keep up the great work. It's been a pleasure being on.
What a guy. And Piers, we need you back in some way, shape or form on the TV. You need to get back on.
Don't worry. I'll be back, but there's a long, hot summer of football and cricket to enjoy first.
Enjoy your summer, Piers.
Take care, Piers. Thanks again.
Bye, guys. Take care. Lovely to talk to you.
Take care. Lots of love. Bye-bye.
Well,
what a guy.
What just happened? That was amazing. What a top guy as well. You know, if you believe some of the newspaper articles, you may think that he's this sort of vicious broadcaster who, you know, and we just witnessed then, I think, the genuine Piers Morgan. What a lovely bloke to have given us here, this small brand new radio station, even a few minutes of his time, but to have given us nearly 20 minutes of his time. What a thoroughly wonderful bloke.
I will tell you a story about how I met him. He was so nice, and it's a bit like, you know, a lot of us listening, obviously we follow the Bible and we're told not to judge and not to listen to other people's opinions on other people and take people as we find them. And I was invited to Stephen Hawking's memorial when he was put into Westminster Abbey, and I knew Stephen Hawking, and I was put in the VIP part, and I was sitting there surrounded by Benedict Cumberbatch, Niles Rogers, and everywhere I looked there was a celebrity around me, and I felt really out of place and alone. And then everybody left and they just took the VIPs to the garden to have drinks, and I was just standing there completely alone, and everybody knew each other and chatting away, and Carol Vorderman and Piers Morgan came up to me and said, "Oh, I think Stephen Hawking would love if Marilyn Monroe was here. Did you know he loved Marilyn Monroe?" And I said, "Yeah, I did, because I that's how I'm here, because I was in the film Theory of Everything with Eddie Redmayne."
What?
And then I got
quiet.
Yeah. So in the Theory of Everything, Stephen Hawking loves Marilyn Monroe. So they auditioned for a Marilyn to recreate it with Eddie Redmayne in the picture that he had. And I was hired, and I went there and met Eddie and filmed it. And I said, "Yeah, I was in this film." So we chatted, and he had that reaction, "What?" And then I got to meet the real Stephen Hawking, and his family are so lovely. They still send me a Christmas card every year. But Piers was talking to me, got me a drink, and not in a lechy way, just really made me feel that I wasn't standing on my own, because I just wanted to leave. And he was so sweet and so nice. And then he followed me on Twitter, which was I was so happy, because he's got like 8 million followers, and he follows me, and I never bother him too much. And it was because I love this station so much that I really, and I think God moves in mysterious ways. And I think that was a blessing to us today. And I think if you keep a good heart, and, you know, we all make mistakes, nobody's perfect. But when you know Piers, he's a very, very wonderful human being.
You know, genuinely, I know that the quiz has been a bit different this week, but I think it's been one of the best that we've ever done. And I don't mean just because we've had Piers on. Of course, that was a massive thing, but I mean it because it's just like, I don't know. It feels like something different has happened today. And genuinely, I'm thinking we should just drop all the music and sit here and talk till 10 o'clock about things that have been happening in our lives. But brilliant stuff. And Susie, I mean, you've been in the Theory of Everything. You were friends with Stephen Hawking. I mean, this is basically having you as a friend and doing a radio show is a dream come true, because if I'm ever short on content, Susie, anybody available? I think I could probably get, I'm trying to think, Keith Lemon, maybe he's available, and he's just all the time.
You know what's funny though? I used to, when I had I've not got into it, but I've had quite a difficult life and difficult health problems and everything. And I used to think Marilyn Monroe is a blessing. And don't get me wrong, having that as a job was. But I now realise it really is the power of really having, I never even knew it was faith. But I will tell you, once I had the experience that I had and I met Jesus, and it was amazing. And literally everything else made sense. Everything that happened in my life, even the hard things, like in Isaiah, it says that, you know, everything bad, you're going to have a flip, and the good is going to come. And there's always good in even bad. And it's really, and things like what happened today, I didn't expect Piers to take part in the quiz. You know, well done, Gareth, to say it. But I think it's really important that we really try and tune in to these things that are so awful and try and see the light. And I always say to people, if you're in a really dark room and someone drills a tiny little hole, you will instantly see that light, even in a dark room. But if you're in a room full of light and someone sticks a little black dot, you won't find it, because the light is so overpowering. So even when you're in complete darkness, there's always hope. And for anyone listening to this, you might be having, especially with the rain and everything, and that news from Manchester, it's heartbreaking. I just pray for so many people, because you know what, it doesn't always get better, but there's always light. There'll be something. And I think we're going to feel that at this station. I think God's going to bless this station.
Well, thank you, Susie. And to be honest with you, I don't quite know where to go now because I don't want this moment to end. And I'm there thinking, we'll have to do something. We can't just talk like this. So I think we'll do what they call in the industry a reset. We'll play a song and then we'll be back in a moment's time to do maybe the sign-offs, to continue the conversation, whatever it may be. But wow, what a moment. And yeah, it was the big fat quiz of the week, but now if this doesn't win me a radio award, then I'll be handing in my resignation at 10 o'clock. It's Matthew Parker and Roses, and underneath that you just heard Simon basically waffling, thinking he wasn't on air, but he actually was. Thankfully, all we heard is a... Basically,
I wasn't doing an impression.
He was just complaining about something, I imagine. He was going, honestly, the parking in this area is ridiculous. So... we did do the big fat quiz of the week, and this is Konnect Radio, and we've got with us, we've got Simon, we've got Steve,
Hello.
And we've got Susie. And just to say that the video of this will be available on our Facebook page in the next 10 or so minutes. And if you missed it, you can listen again to the show when we finish at 10 o'clock. We actually had the real live Piers Morgan on there. And can I just, Andy's been in touch to say, was that a person doing an impression of Piers Morgan? Come on now. That would have been the best impression ever. We can guarantee you, we promise you, that was the original Piers, the original. It was not version 2 of Piers Morgan. It was the genuine original version of Piers Morgan. It was him. And Susie, anybody else who we've got potential access to here? Because this could go on and on. Every week it could be... Who have we got this week?
I'm just going to say the words that Piers Morgan just said. I could tell you, but I'm not going to.
Yeah, well done, Susie.
I don't want to jinx anything, and I think God gave us a blessing, and hopefully we might get somebody else, but I'm just grateful. Piers is pretty international, so hopefully all our American friends will tune in, because he's known worldwide. Four corners of the globe.
Susie, you're international. You're amazing. Don't put yourself down.
And Simon, you are well known in the Milton Keynes area, so I've heard.
That's right. Yes. Yeah. Well.
Yes.
Yeah. Don't read those signs on the back of Debenhams toilets. I mean, that's just not me. So.
And Steve Legg, you're famous in the publication industry as well.
Well, I am. I'm probably best known for my magic and my comedy that's taken me around the world for the last 33 years, but been running Sorted for nearly 14 years.
There we go.
I love it. I know it's for men, but I really love the articles and everything.
That would be perfect for Father's Day, right?
Yeah.
It would, yeah.
So good.
Our new edition is out now.
Oh,
and look, there's me on the front cover there.
Yeah.
I mean, I have aged in the past 4 or so months of this show, but I think I look all right, to be quite honest. Anthony Hopkins, you must have access to him then, Steve.
Possibly.
He says nothing.
This is getting amazing now. In fact,
we can't promise anything. We can't overpromise. I like to underpromise and overdeliver, like Susie.
You see, I'm the opposite. I like to overpromise and then find that everything completely crashes down and I look an absolute fool. So this has been the big fat quiz of the week, but a little plug of what we're all doing. We'll go to Susie first. What have you got coming up?
I've got my new show starting on Konnect Radio, and I might have a celebrity guest on there. And it's called Throwback Thursdays, and it starts on the 24th of June, 8 till 10 p.m. Don't listen to Gareth. He'll tell you it's 6 till 8, but it's actually 8 till 10 p.m. and I'm going to be playing songs from the throwback, good memories, who remembers what? Because, who remembers Takeshi's Castle? Do you remember?
Oh, yes.
I've only ever seen one person do it. That was like in a clip, one of those clip back episodes where they actually physically showed you that someone did do it once.
Really?
But not many people do it, do they? They never seem to complete that.
Yeah, well, I used to watch that on Saturday mornings, but yes, I'm going to all throwback stuff, and it'll be fun and positive and uplifting. So yeah.
How far back do you go? I mean, are we talking of like music like Green Sleeves and stuff, or how far back are we actually going, Susie?
I'm
Yes,
not going
come on,
to
13th
I'm not going
century.
back to the medieval ages, Gareth. No, there won't be medieval music or anything like that.
You can't beat a harpsichord, though.
You can't.
Do you know a friend of mine is a professional can't even say it, harpsichord player, and because it's such a rarity, she earns a fortune playing it at weddings and all sorts because nobody else does it. Anyway,
Wow.
Welcome to Konnect Radio, ladies and gentlemen. Current music best. And Steve, what have you got coming up?
Well, we got Sorted Mag, Father's Day this weekend, but also the podcast. I do this podcast called Backstory, where I chat to well-known people, leaders, entrepreneurs, about 5 special times in their life that have shaped their lives. Recorded Tim Vine, the comedian, this week, so that's a lot of fun. We've been friends for years and years, so that one is coming soon. But a vast array, stars from Coronation Street and sporting people, Joe Pasquale, Jensen Button, they're all in there.
Wow. Oh, I love Tim Vine. Can we get him on the quiz?
Yes, that would be good, wouldn't it?
He loves darts and he loves football.
He does start. Yes, he does. Yeah.
I'm sure he'd be
excellent. So, Steve, Sorted Magazine, how can we sign up for Father's Day? What do we need to do?
Easiest thing, go to the website, sortedmag.com.
And Simon, what have you got coming up?
This weekend I'm working, but next weekend, I'll mention it now because there might be some ladies out there that would love their men to attend a brilliant men's event called CVM The Gathering. And that's not this weekend, it's next weekend. It's virtual, but you can sign in and have a lot of fun with a lot of other guys online from the guys that Christian Vision for Men. They are brilliant. And The Gathering is the most fun event. In fact, Steve, are you involved or you're not involved?
I am hosting it again.
There we go.
I'm doing a little 5-minute warm up. I'm doing magic on over Zoom. So that's next weekend.
Next weekend. I know we're mentioning it now, but get it in your diary, everybody. Next weekend.
Excellent. And me, thanks for asking. I'll be honest with you, probably taking the kids to the park if it's a nice day on Saturday, and then that's it.
Are you going to organise parking?
Actually, I need to come back to this story because I feel really bad now. If you saw my video that went up on Instagram, it was me sort of having a light-hearted dig at the church that I park in because I had authorization from them that I can park there. And I arrived this morning at 6 a.m. and it was all cordoned off. And I was thinking, where do I park? Because there's nowhere else to park. And I've just heard back from them and they said, ever so sorry, Gareth, for the inconvenience, but there's a funeral taking place at 8:30 and we needed the space for the entourage to arrive.
Oh dear.
Where do I go with that?
Judgment. There's a lesson about judgment, right? We must not judge.
Where do I go with that now?
Sorry.
Do I answer and say RIP? I'm sure whoever it was had a lovely life and God rest them, or do I just ignore it?
No,
I'll ignore it, I think. Ignore it. Ignore it. Yeah.
Anyway, reply.
And say what?
Apologies.
Okay, right. I'll do that. Well, thank you very much, Susie Kennedy. Thank you very much, Steve Legg. And thank you very much, Simon Tuck. And we will be back again next week with another guest. And rumour has it that Steve Legg is going to organise it. So we've got Her Majesty the Queen coming on the Big Fat Quiz of the Week. Talk about guests, you know. We thought Piers Morgan, he was big, but now we're going royal. Can't wait.
Branding is tough. Marketing is complicated.